Hello, everyone. And today I got to see. Excuse me. I got to see the movie Don't Breathe, and the director of this film is fede, alvarez. However the hell you say that, really. And he also directed the remake of Evil Dead that came out in 2013, which is a remake I thought was very, very good in my opinion. And essentially, what this movie is about, as a whole, is a bunch of these young adults. They essentially have to steal from this old blind man played by Stephen Lang. And essentially, they have to steal from him because there's something that's in this basement, like type of house, that is really, really valuable and expensive. They need it for some money. They're willing to steal from this guy, which turns out to be a bad fucking decision. And to be honest, this movie looked terrifying. This movie looked fucking scary. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna shit myself in this experience. Thankfully I didn't, but whatever. What works so well about this movie is the sound design. You may be like, what? Sound design? Really? Really. It works because, not just that, but it's because of the simplicity, also the story for itself. The people is like, at first it's kind of like, oh yeah, let's steal from this old fart. Who cares if he does anything? This man, like, played by Stephen Lang, he lost his daughter in his movie. The beginning, like, they could just say he recently lost his daughter, like, she died, and that he's alone. He's really alone. He's blind. He's really, really, like, this sad old man, really. And they're like, yeah, there's no point for this dude. Who gives a shit? This is steal from him, which is kind of cruel in one sense. Then again, it's like, at one point, once they get into the house and once they realize what happens with him, it's like, it just turns from a theft movie to a survival horror movie and trying to get out with the thing they need to get. To say this movie is tense is the understatement of the year for any film. It really is. This is one of the most chilling, shocking, and if not the best horror movie this year. I don't know if The Shadows is a horror movie, Ten Cloverfield is a thriller or whatever, or The Conjuring 2, whatever. This is the best horror movie of the year. It really is so freaking good. And what really works is not the story, like I said before, but it's also the fede. If you know what fede is, it's the added sound in it. If there's the footsteps or whatever, the creakings within the doors or the whole house as it is, they know how to suck in. They know how to put in the music at points where it's appropriate. I know when to pull that all out and just let the footsteps of or whenever that happens, and you just hear him walking, and whenever he's like, "Who's there?" and he's having a gun, you're just like, in the seat myself in the theater. I was like, because I really felt that claustrophobic and that sucked into the movie. It really felt great. Also, for a horror movie on this standard, you would expect the characters to suck and be total losers or deprecated or just absolute shit. But no, I actually really do like them, and they're really sympathetic and understandable. You understand why they're doing this. You understand the levity and the desperate nature and why they want to steal from this old man. And why they feel like stealing from him from anyone else matters to them. And I think they address that very, very well. Also, the main girl in this movie is Jane Levy, and she was also in Evil Dead, and just thinking about film, she gives a marvelous performance. She really is the heart and center of this movie, and she gives a really, really great, sympathetic performance in this movie, and I really loved her because of that. Also, everyone else in this movie was really, really good as well. Stephen Lang is the scariest motherfucker you will see on this planet. And you say, oh, it looks like him. And also, I just remembered he's a retired war veteran from the Iraq War. So it's like, this dude is shacked up. Like, for his age, he is fit. And, and see how trigger happy he is at times in this movie and how he knows when to shoot when he hears a sound like so. It's like a real. It really adds so much stress and really goddamn terrifying when it needs to be. For me, as a whole, it's. I'm sorry. It's a really scary feeling to feel that, and when how just feels such a depth and such a real gross feeling that it's like once you come out of the experience of this movie, you're just like, oh, it's like you kind of feel like, hey, smack up the main characters. It's like, what the fuck were you thinking, taking from this old man? Not because it's an old man or anything, because that was a goddamn suicide run, you idiots. But yes, this movie is a type of it's a real like white knuckle type of on the edge of your seats, like, oh my god, this movie is terrifying. I can't say terrifying, suspenseful, and thrilling enough. And also, another great thing about this movie is that it doesn't feel gratuitous or boring or any other stupid, predictable horror movie thing where you do a jump scare or like a cat or jumping in a frame or a bird at a window type of thing. It feels like every scare, just like with Insidious, every scare, every shocking, horrific moment adds to the moment and adds to the story and makes it that much more palpable and realistic. And it makes everything that much more tense, thrilling, and scary as shit. And in the end, the Don't Breathe is a real standout for this year of a horror movie. And it's definitely the best, in my opinion, of a horror movie standard. Better than both 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is probably more of a thriller. The Shallows, I don't know if I love... I think I may like The Shallows more than this, but it's like... The Conjuring 2, this is like neck and neck with Conjuring 2 and 10 Cloverfield Lane. Even though I would say this is probably a little bit better than Conjuring 2 and 10 Cloverfield Lane. But nevertheless, I'm really tired. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. It's the end of the day anyway. But in the end, yeah, Don't Breathe is a real standout for this year. A horror movie. I really loved it. It comes to a horror movie standard. Also, horror movies, in my opinion, have some of the hardest type of movies to come back to, because you often do ask yourself, how much do I want to be scared or just plain interested? And this movie is more of a real tense, shocking moment. Like, think of Silence of the Lambs, and think of the part when Jodie Foster goes into the villain's underground place, in which when he has night goggles vision on. Just imagine that, but for a whole 90 minutes. And that is a movie that is so intense, so gripping, and so incredibly visceral and shocking to watch. Oh, I'm so itchy. But yeah, yes, you asked me, is there any problems with the film? I do feel like, number one, I feel like, again, without giving too much away, the ending kind of feels a bit dragged on. It kind of feels like it's a bit too long for its own sake, and it feels like, okay, it should have been cut here, and the rest of it should have been just put in kind of room 4. It feels a bit too, I won't say long, but it feels like it should have cut when it should have cut, at least. And I do feel like, like always, so I feel like asking myself for any movie, is there any replayability to this? And I will say yes, but I often do ask myself, do I want to be scared or just shocked on this immense level here? Like, there's a difference between me watching Alien and Evil Dead. Evil Dead, for its own nature, is a silly, ridiculous horror movie. And I mean like the original 1980s Bruce Campbell version, where that's just fun, silly, campy, ridiculous, and kind of freaky. Where Alien is claustrophobic, shocking, and horrific, and well done. it's like, you don't know really how to judge it. So I will say, yes, this movie does have replayability, but it definitely does require your own kind of personal thing. It's like, I could watch 300 more times than The Shawshank Redemption, but it doesn't mean 300 is better than Shawshank Redemption. It isn't. I know it isn't. It's nowhere near as good as Shawshank Redemption, but I know it's more fun and more of a movie than I could just pop in more easily and have a bowl of popcorn to watch with. Shawshank Redemption, I really personally gotta be in a real different mood to be in. It's like, if I really want to watch a well done movie, I would watch that, or The Godfather, or whatever, or Casablanca, whatever. Again, that's like a whole nother video in itself. I'm tired. I'm so tired. But in the end, Don't Breathe, it's a really great horror movie, and I give this movie an 88% of 1 next one. Final rating, and I will see you guys later this week for a review of Batman Under the Red Hood. I don't know, the recent Batman movie that came out this summer with all these other voice actors. Nevertheless, I don't know, 100% sure. I'll see whatever comes out this week. Whatever, at least. But I will say, yeah, see you later this week, everyone, and I'll see you in the future for more videos as always. Till then, see ya.